2026 goals, ambitions, resolutions, if you will. I feel like the more that I get to know myself, the more I try and stay away from resolutions. As soon as it hits January 1st, that's when I'm starting something, and if it doesn't work out, then I give up. It's more so just things that I'm going to actively take into this new year and try to do. I look back at 2025 and I'm like, where did I go wrong? What did I not like about the year? What did I not like about myself? Is there anything that I wish I did in 2025? Is there anything I regret? And I use all of that information to then bring me to now, 2026. So here is what I'm actively going to try and do in 2026. Firstly, put energy into things I have a future with. No time wasting or putting my energy into things or people that are a waste of time. This doesn't mean don't try things, right? Because if you try things and then it doesn't work out, that's not a waste of time. That's experience, that's growth, that's learning about yourself and the things that you like. There were things that I did in 2025 that I would waste time on, and I think subconsciously I knew that I was wasting time, but I just couldn't help myself. And that also goes for people too. Honestly, like I have wasted a lot of time and energy on people that don't deserve that time or energy. And I'm sure we all have people like that in our lives. And I think I just realized how much that was costing me. The mental strain that it had on me to put time and energy into people that just didn't give it back. It left you kind of questioning yourself because you think that you're doing something wrong, but it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just you're putting your energy into the wrong people. So making sure that we put our time and energy into the right things. Do things 2025 Clarissa would say no to. There are a lot of things, just random things that I would consider outside of my comfort zone. For an example, go running, do a run club, things like that that I would absolutely not do in 2025. I have started in 2026. So anytime that I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, no, I don't want to do that. That sounds so uncomfortable. I do it. The reason why is I just think it's important to constantly test yourself and try things. Sometimes being uncomfortable is good. Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations is good. I'll use running as an example. I hated running. I don't like running. So now I run twice a week. And it's not about torturing myself or putting myself through something that it's like agonizingly painful. It's just about growth. Now I am someone who runs. That's another skill that I can tick off the box, and I know I feel better once I've done it. And now I can say to myself, hey, like, remember when you said you didn't run? Now you run. That one is a really, really big one for me because I was actually asked to do this CrossFit competition at the end of last year, and I said, absolutely not. I ended up going anyway, and I cheered on all of my friends, and I realized, you know what, I could have done this. I regret saying no, and I don't like having regrets. I think about that a lot. I'm like, why did I say no? This was something that I could have done. I would have had that experience. I'm here anyway. Just made me realize, okay, I need to say yes to more things. I don't realize how often I say no. This is kind of generic, but this leads into a lot of other points, and that is to have an overall healthy and active lifestyle, elevating CrossFit, running, and pole. Find a good weekly routine. This is just for me personally. These are things that I enjoy doing. I think it's important for everyone to be healthy and active, but really it is just so pointless going into the new year being like, I have to eat like this and I have to do this daily or I fail. It just doesn't work that way. You have to find something that you enjoy doing. At the start of 2025, it was really hard for me to go and work out. And when I did, I would just go to the gym and do like a little routine. It wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy it. Now I'm back into CrossFit. It's something that I look forward to. It's something that I can like develop more skill and grow in it. I mean, you guys know as well, I do pole dance all the time. I've just found something that works for me. Like I knew when I was going to the gym that it sucked and I didn't like it and I was sick of walking on a treadmill and it was boring. So I switched it up. I found something that works for me. I've got a little routine going there and I'm not strict with it. Like if I have a day where I'm like, absolutely not, like I cannot do this today, then I don't do it. It is a habit, a daily activity that is for life. Exercise and healthy living is not something that you pick up and drop. You have to actively learn to incorporate it into your daily life. If this is something that you struggle with, I completely understand. But once you start looking at it as this is lifelong, this is forever, and there's no timer, right? Like if I skip a day, that's okay. I have the rest of my life to go. Okay? That leads me into my next one, which is enter and place in as many competitions as possible, but not just for pole dance, for CrossFit as well. CrossFit, I can't do that many. Like, I'm not very skilled in it. I'm very much a beginner. Currently, it is the 11th of Feb, and I've already ticked off 2 competitions for this year. I'm pretty happy with that. This is something that I'm doing because I want to. I want to better on myself. I want to trust myself. I want to say, yes, I can do this. Not only do I want to do it just for the experience, I won't lie. I want a medal, or I want some sort of sash. I want something to say, I won. I placed in this. My hard work has a reward. Even if it's like a little tiny tangible medal or sash, I don't care. I never got one of those as a kid, and I want one as an adult. It's something fun and it's something playful that I can really work towards. And if at the end of the year I don't have the tangible object of a medal or a sash or a certificate or whatever it is, that's okay. It's playful, it's fun, it's not needed. It's just something I want, and it's something that I can work towards. I am not going to be drinking for 2026. This is not something I'm going to be overly strict on. If at the end of the year I've had 1 or 2 occasions where I've had a drink, fine, whatever. I'm not in that place at the moment where I'm wanting to drink. I did a lot of drinking in 2025, and towards the end of it, it was just something that I was doing at events. I was like, I don't want to wake up tomorrow with a hangover. It's not something where it's like, I struggle with this. Quitting is going to be really hard. I'm just not in a place where I feel like I need to drink at the moment. So my last drink was on Christmas. Didn't drink for New Year's, woke up refreshed, went to the gym. It was great. Like, it's just not something that I'm wanting to do at the moment. And there are certain events where I have to kind of actively say, no, I'm not drinking. This is something I would usually drink at, and I'm not right now. I'm happy right now to say no to drinking. So that's what I'm gonna do. Create and push out content that is genuine to me. Staying genuine even with an algorithm. I think I've spoken, how I've kind of been off of social media and then I'm on it. Trying to be a content creator, you are constantly fighting with the algorithm. I think I've kind of just had to wave the white flag. There's gonna be an algorithm. I'm just gonna have to work with it. Doesn't mean that I can't be genuine to myself in my content. If you want updates on this whole journey, my pole journey, CrossFit, my life, everything, not only will I update you here on YouTube, but on my Instagram as well. I like posting reels, like kind of like little video diaries. I mean, I see social media as just like one big video diary for myself. There are updates on my Instagram that sometimes I forget to speak about here on YouTube, and vice versa. I love the idea of making social media content as a job, earning money off of it. It's deeming quite difficult, but I still am going to try, which leads me into my next point. Next resolution is push myself to do more, try more, even if I think it's going to fail, even if I don't think it's going to work out. Worst case is you get to the end of the year and you've got some experience. That is literally the worst case. You've got experience and you can say you've tried. Ever since I said no to that CrossFit competition and walked away from it thinking to myself, I should have said yes to that, I always think about that now. I'm like, is this another situation where if I look back, I'm going to say, why didn't I try a little bit harder? Sometimes things don't work out or things feel repetitive, but the time passes anyway. May as well use that time trying than not trying. So yeah, try more, do more, be more. I've got let things go here. I hold on to things, man. I really do. I can be petty. Yeah, I just gotta let things go. I don't know how else I can put it. This is something I really have to actively try and do. Like if someone pisses me off, I have to be like, letting that go. It's not about me. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. No talking, just doing. It's fine to talk about your goals and like talk about resolutions and get excited for life and talk about that with someone. That is fine. I never want to be that person who says I'm going to do something and then just doesn't do it, like someone who doesn't take action. It's all about taking action. Doesn't matter if you take action and then fail. That's better than being someone who just says they're going to do something over and over and over again and then they never do it. Less talk, more do. I've got self-care. Now, for me, I always do my skincare. I always am like, I was going to say clean. I hope everyone's clean. There are things that I would like to implement, like trying to get a little bit more ready for the day, maybe doing my hair a little bit, wearing things that make me feel good. All of those things for me, I find kind of difficult, especially in summer. Us Aussies, we walk around at the mall in our bikinis. No shoes, like, and then sometimes even in winter it's like I'm just gonna chuck on my trackies and go to the shops real quick. Like, it is really hard to feel put together with the weather being so hot and so cold. It's not really for anyone else, it's really for me, just to feel good in myself. When I get to the end of 2026, what goal or accomplishment will make me think, yes, that year was successful? This is something that I constantly think about, and the only answer that I can really think of is just saying that I tried, keeping these resolutions in the forefront of my mind, actively working on them throughout the year, not dropping them when it gets to March, not getting to the middle of the year and thinking, oh yeah, I haven't done that, and taking little actionable steps every single day. I just hate getting to the end of the year and then thinking, oh yeah, remember when I said I was gonna do this? It's an awful feeling, and it starts to feel boring and repetitive when you get to the end of each year and someone says, what are your resolutions? And then I have to be like, well, I keep saying this, but then I never do it. Now let's go to the 2026 Pinterest board. Here is an overall look. Okay, maybe we start from the bottom up. Of course, we've got poll, this. Oh, beautiful. I feel like I have a lot of quotes to just remind myself that things are going to work out, things are happening for me, and I just need to be patient and everything works in its divine timing. I actually love this right here, obsession beats talent, because in a lot of things that I do, whole CrossFit, content creation, the things that I enjoy, I know that there is always someone who is going to be better than me. There may be someone worse than me, but there's always someone better than me. And sometimes I really struggle with that. Like, can anyone really be the best at something? There's always someone. There's always something. And I think just seeing this post, it's reminded me that it's important to be consistent with things, sometimes more important than being good at something, because that obsession can eventually be the talent that gets you to win. What else do I have? Cool girls teach, lots of teaching. I sometimes think of, like, now that I teach pole, I've had more and more classes that I've taught. I always remember that, like, this is something that I really, really wanted, and it's so easy to have a goal, work towards it, actually succeed in it and get it, and then be like, I forgot that this was something that I was working really hard towards. And I think just going into every class and being that teacher that I wanted when I was starting it's a lot of fun. Leading by example as well, and just knowing that, look, maybe you're not impressed with yourself, but other people may be. Being that person, using my experience to then teach other people if needed. Anything aesthetic, outfits, just the aura that I want to give off. This one is important. Knowing that the more you succeed, the happier you become. Some people may not like that. Some people are rooting on your downfall. Don't think about that often. Don't let it get to you. Don't walk around thinking that everyone's got it out for you. But just remember, if someone is not happy with what you're doing, then you're probably doing something right. I am the blueprint, okay? Be your own blueprint. Be your own blueprint. Be your own aura, be your own vibe. I love Addison Rae, okay? I love that she turned her dreams into just herself, her brand. I remember watching something to do with her creating the album. The girls that she created the album with were talking about how when she first came into the studio to record a song, she came in like 6-inch heels, in like a really like cute outfit, and it's not like it was being documented. It's not like anyone knew that or was going to know that about her, that she came in so intentionally. She did it for herself. It wasn't to be performative. It wasn't to put on a show for anyone else but herself. She said, I want to be a singer. I want to come into the fucking studio and I want to wear heels and I want to be a bad bitch. Like, that is what you just need to do. Wear the heels even if no one is looking. But yeah, this is the Pinterest board. These are the vibes. I'm constantly updating it, so I will leave it linked in the description if you want to check it out, get to know me a little bit more. The vision is clear. Vision is clear. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my goals for 2026. I think it's kind of interesting because if you follow me on my socials or watch my vlogs or whatever it is, you kind of get to know me a little bit more. You can see what I'm actively working towards, or maybe if I've dropped off, or like, I don't know, like it will just be interesting to see the journey throughout this year. And I'm very curious to know what goal or accomplishment you guys need to make you think, yes, 2026 was a success. Please let me know, and I will see you all very, very soon.